Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, or if you're new here, I'm Azul Sheikh. Today's video is a very personal one. I'm going to be talking about something that completely changed my life. My diagnosis with Moyamoya disease and how it led to a major brain stroke when I was just 6 years old. Moyamoya disease is a very rare but prognosis condition that affects the blood vessels in the brain. It causes the main arteries at the base of the brain, especially the internal carotid artery, to narrow or become blocked over time. As these vessels closed off, the brain tries to comprehend what form by forming tiny new blood vessels to keep blood flowing. In on scans, those vessels look like a puff of smoke, and that's where the name Moimoi came from. It means something hazy like smoke in Japanese. But those small little new vessels aren't strong enough. They can't carry enough blood. They can't carry enough oxygen-rich blood to the brain, which puts people at the risk of a stroke, seizure, or even hemorrhaging, especially in kids. So, in my first surgery, um, when I was 6 years old, my left side got affected, and that was in on the surgical table. I was they were doing the surgery, and I was I had a brain stroke. That was and I also got a brain hemorrhaging stroke, so that really affected badly. I was diagnosed with Moyamoya when I was just 6 years old. Before that, there were small warning signs, but no one really knew what was going on. I had episodes where I would suddenly lose strength in parts of my body, or become confused or dizzy out of nowhere. Nowhere. Especially it got serious, and my parents didn't know what to do. They took me from hospital to hospital trying to find what it was, and by the time they found what it was, I had multiple TIAs, mini strokes, and they didn't know if I'm gonna survive. Eventually it got serious. I went for surgery, but during the procedure, I had a major brain stroke. Everything changed in that moment. After the stroke, I had to relearn a lot of new stuff and a lot of things. My body didn't move the way it used to. My speech, coordination, memory, they all were affected. I was just a kid. Um, and I didn't fully understand what was happening, but I knew I wasn't the same. Sorry. Um, yeah. Um, the the recovery was long and difficult, but there were therapists that helped me, appointments, good days, and really hard ones and bad ones too. But slowly I found myself, even if it was a different version of myself, even um even if it was a warrior kind of self. Now that I'm older, Moya is still a part of my life. Every single day, I have to be extra mindful of my health. Things like fatigue, migraine, and brain fog are regular struggles for me. I'm in college studying HIM, Health Information Management, and yes, it's hard sometimes, but I'm learning how to adapt. I take breaks, I journal, I journal, I advocate for myself, and I also became really passionate about speaking for others who live with invisible disabilities and illnesses. I hope you have a good day. Bye. I am sharing my Moyamoya story because I know there are other people out there, kids, parents, survivors, who feel alone or unheard. I I want you to know that you're not alone, even though our journeys are hard, and they're also meaningful. If you live in Moyamoya or other chronic conditions, I see you. Your your story matters too. If this story helps you in any way, please give uh, it a like, comment below to share your own your own experience, or subscribe. If you want to hear more stories about a college life, healing, and everything in between, thank you for being here. Bye.